Hey guys, this is Chauncey from Session Stories, and today I'm sitting down or joined with Future Nobodies, a band that blends heartache with grit and wraps it all in a sound that echoes both past and future. Their latest EP, Unloveable, is an honest, immersive, and full of contrast. Light and dark, loud and quiet, and we're thrilled to have them on the show today. So thanks so much for joining me, guys.
And thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. So your new EP, Unlovable, I love it, by the way. It opens with Solo Contigo, so that title definitely feels like incredibly intimate. So what made you open the EP or, start the project with that particular song?
I think going forward, I kind of talked about this with my brother. We kind of wanted to get back to our indie roots, and that felt like a more lighthearted, kind of strokesy feeling song. So I wanted to open up with that. It was actually a song that we left off of our first album, Hotel de la Muerte. So that song is actually really old, but we finally decided to share it, and people seem to really like it. I think it's a nice opening to the EP because Solo Contigo means like alone with you, and the song itself is about a relationship that is on and off and how you can be with someone and still feel alone.
Just what she was saying, Solo Contigo was something that I had written a while back, just about realizing that you're in just a messy situation with somebody who you can't really fully let go of.
Yeah.
And I just think that we have a bunch of songs that we still haven't released yet that we're still like either processing or just waiting for like a right time to release. This EP really like hit the heart. Yeah, we were just like just in the situations that we're in, the environment that we're all in at the moment, where we're all each in life. We kind of just released this at the right time.
Yeah.
And so the word unlovable, like it carries a lot of weight. Was that a reflection of maybe a specific moment, a feeling? Was it like a reoccurring theme that you guys were trying to maybe process through the music?
Yeah, definitely. I think all of us can relate to it. Me, Caesar, my brother, who's he's not with us right now. He's at home. But yeah, I think we all kind of struggle to kind of find a healthy balance of what like love even means. Too much of it is bad for you. Too little of it is, bad. I don't know. I just think it kind of like brought the whole EP together because each song, one of them is a love song. One of them is like a I can't stand you. Then you have Solo Contigo that like I can't stand you, but I still love you. And it's like just like a mess, and love is messy. And being unloved is also messy. It's just like, I don't know. There needs to be a healthy balance of it. And I think what I personally learned from the EP is that like anything in this world, everything takes moderation. And as an artist, sometimes you're a little too passionate. And sometimes love is a little too either fleeting or suffocating.
I was just going to say the exact same thing. You're right.
Yeah, definitely agree. And the amazing thing about your music is that the lyrics are quite heavy or might be sad, but the beat still makes you feel happy. It's definitely like this stark contrast. It's like on the edge of heartbreak and then self-reflection, and it still sounds cool. So I'm going to ask, like, how do you guys balance this? Like, does it just come about like easily, or just curious?
One of the major like influences that me and Jessica like listened to growing up was a lot of like The Cure and the Smiths, and a lot of their music kind of resonated with us because just like them, like their music's very like dancey and like flowy, but like the lyrics are all like super sad and depressing.
Yeah.
And we kind of just grow up with that kind of mentality. I had mentioned it earlier, like most of the EP and most of the album is just us being like reflective and just sad about where we are in life, I guess, but also trying to pretend that everything's okay and dance it off anyway.
Yeah.
Kind of a
yeah. Like I kind of wanted to feel, I mean, in and of itself, like the music is a relief. We make the song specifically to express those feelings, to get them out of ourselves. So maybe the song being dancey, like in some subconscious way, is like a celebration of getting rid of those feelings.
Yeah, dance through the pain.
Yeah.
I think my favorite song on the EP is definitely She Hates All the Drugs I Do. So I wanted to ask a bit about it. So this is just my interpretation, but maybe you could tell me if I'm like way off left field. But I thought maybe it's kind of like there's a sense of like obsession or entanglement. So I thought maybe it could be, in a sense, addiction to a person, or perhaps like the loss of an identity to a relationship. But you could explain that one a bit more.
I mean, I like that interpretation too, because I mean, I've always said like when we release something, it's not ours anymore. Like it belongs to whoever listens to it. Like whatever you think it is, that's what it is. But I guess personally, for me, like the song was born out of I was actually seeing someone at one point and they didn't like when I showed up stoned. So like I guess it's very on the nose. Like, yeah, she hates all the drugs I do. Like the title itself was born out of that. But I think the song itself took on a deeper meaning because yeah, like you said, it's more than that. Like I think love is like a drug, you know, obsession. I want to say other things, but our daughter's in the room. But you know, intimacy, all those things can be intense. And like I said earlier, like all good things take moderation. And I think I often find myself teetering the line of wanting to drown in someone. I think people, you know, gravitate towards maybe like drinking or relationships or, you know, drugs, you know, because they're trying to escape their pain. But their pain is within themselves, and that's something that needs to be dealt with. Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. One really cool thing is I noticed on your debut album and then also on this EP that you've woven together Spanish in both of the releases. So can you talk a bit about that choice? I mean, I personally love when artists add a different language. I think it gives it some, I don't know, it's like a window into kind of maybe like their identity or background. But anyway, I love the two songs that you have that are out in Spanish.
Yeah, like being like a Latina fronted group and all of us being like Latinos, we try to like incorporate like a lot of our own culture and like heritage into our music. I grew up listening to like a lot of love and heartbreak songs in Spanish, and that just kind of like stuck with me. And also, yeah, they're just like some emotions that the English language can't like really capture alone. So I just feel like Spanish is like a really good way to interpret how most of us are feeling on a day to day.
And we're not even that fluent in Spanish, but I think like, I mean, I like that, you know, it does touch on our culture. But not only that, like, it's just sometimes words in a different language just feel more poetic. And Spanish is a really romantic and passionate language. Like, even the way you use your tongue to pronounce it, it's like, you know, it's sensual, it's intimate, it's romantic. So I like using Spanish because some words in English just sound so direct. You know, I mostly speak English, but it is like a very like direct language. I don't know, it feels like a hammer, you know, whereas like Spanish is light and feathery, and it's like, you know, something you would use to like whisper sweet nothings into like a lover's ear or something. But yeah, I mean, even myself, like I love listening to bands like, you know, Mocha Doma. And I have no idea what they're saying, but I'm like, shit, that sounds great.
Same. I'm always curious to ask, but has there been a moment where a song like came together like super easy and it felt like it just wrote itself?
When I wrote Die Disco, that was so much fun. I don't think we really have like electronic dance songs. That's like one of the only ones we have that's like that. But yeah, I was just kind of messing around with my synthesizer one day, and it's only 3 notes throughout the whole song, and I was just like, man, this sounds awesome. Like, I'm glad that people liked it too, because it was much different.
And so, looking back at the self-titled album, just curious, what song feels like the heart of the album to you both, and maybe why?
For me, I have 2 songs in the album that I feel like are the heart of Future Nobodies. For me, it's both Untitled and Die Disco. It just kind of captures what Future Nobody is, which is like heartbroken, lost, and like ready to dance about it. I guess, yeah, like Angel's lyrics for Untitled speak about, you know, his mental health and like where he is in life, and Die Disco is more like, you know, just cutting loose and just kind of forgetting about the problems in the world.
Yeah, I would say for me, it's definitely Untitled, and my brother wrote that one completely, and that one everybody that we've talked to seems to like really resonates with them. And I think that came from like a really raw place for him. And you know, it's such a simple song to play too, but I don't know, there's something about it. Like he only says a few lyrics in the song too. And I don't know, it's just like so personal. So what I love about music, like when we don't think too hard about what we're writing and we just let whatever comes out, like that's real. And that's something that a lot of people can relate to.
There's definitely beauty in the simplicity of it. Yeah. A bit of a cliche question, but who would be some of your dream collabs, or what would be your maybe even like ideal dream show? Like, where is it? Who's playing with you?
For me, honestly, like Idris or Sahara, like those are 2 bands that we like constantly like just find ourselves listening to again. I'm loving the scene that's growing along with them. I like that we're also a part of that scene. We have like a few venues here in Chicago that I love just because they're so small and intimate. And honestly, like any show anywhere where like the venue is just small and like the sound technicians are doing their job and
Yeah.
like we have a nice crowd and it's just all good vibes all around. Like that's honestly like my like most favorite shows to play anywhere, honestly. So
I would agree too. I think my dream lineup, or
and the drums.
yeah, it would definitely probably be like Zahara and the drums. They're just a huge influence. I think both those bands specifically, they're very emotional. Their lyrics and their music is just always like so croony, melodic. Definitely, yeah, I they definitely inspire me singing wise too. I think both bands, their singing is similar to Morrissey, you know, from the Smiths. It's just like so, oh, I want to die, you know, like I don't know.
I call it crash out music.
Yeah, it's yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to start using that, by the way, now. Crash out music whenever I talk.
Yeah.
For the cure. Perfect. So when you guys are all on stage together, is there maybe like a specific moment, like it could be during a song or a shared glance where like you really feel like a band or you really remember why you decided to do music in the first place?
Yeah, there was this one, we were playing at book club, and this was a recent show in Chicago, and it was a last minute show, so we weren't sure if like a lot of people were gonna show up or not. Like it was super last minute, and we're playing the show, and we were all kind of like, I think we were all kind of like, you know, exhausted and stuff, and just trying to get through it, because we're trying to fund our trip to Germany and stuff. So we took on like a few more shows than we could handle, you know.
Yeah.
So we're playing on stage, right, and the intro for our song "Someone" starts, and legit, like I forgot where the riff on the guitar was, and I'm like, okay, I gotta look for it. And Caesar's playing the bass, and I look at him, and I'm like feeling the guitar for like where I'm supposed to start. And then I start, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm doing it. And my brother joins us, and we're kind of like all facing each other, and he starts playing the building up the riff too. And then the song starts, and we just like, I don't know. It was just like an incredible moment.
It's just like little things that make me feel like really appreciative to be in a band with these guys. They've always been my family, Jess and Angel. And anytime like they even look at us, like where Jess is either singing at me or me and Angel are looking at each other dancing on stage, like just reminds me like how much fun I have like performing with them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's always a treat. And every single time I'm on stage with them, like it always reminds me of why I love being a musician.
That's such a wholesome reply. That's super nice. So what's next on the docket for you guys? Like what else do you guys have lined up this year? New music or any shows?
We've got shows in Cali.
This upcoming Friday, May 9th, we're going to be in San Diego playing at the Whistle Stop with Trip 95 and Puppet. And then on May 10th, we're playing a sold-out show in LA at Gold Diggers with Flower Babe and Pardon Me Sir. And then after that, we have Germany. We're going to be playing Wave Gothic Treffen, which is like this huge goth festival, which I'm really excited for. And then after that, in July, that's our next and only Chicago show for some time. And then we're going to be playing with Haunt Me, Sports Coach, Secret Attraction. Yeah, I think that's
I think that's it, yeah.
Yeah. And so we have like some big shows coming up that I'm really excited for.
Yeah. Where in Germany will you guys be?
Haus Leipzig.
I mean, I live in Berlin, so I'm like, I know this place, but I don't know if I don't know where this is, maybe.
Yeah, it was like Leipzig or something.
Yeah.
That's not far from Berlin. Cool.
Yeah, okay.
I know I'm also directionally challenged, so I could be saying the wrong thing right now, but I not far. Super cool that you guys will be in Germany. That's really cool.
We're going to be taking our daughter, so we're going to be landing in Amsterdam and just like sightseeing for a little bit before we start performing.
Yeah.
Okay, Amsterdam has some really cute things to see. Like, definitely cute city. Just make sure to not walk on the bike path because they are insane.
Oh, good to know.
Okay.
The bikers are very aggressive. I used to live in Amsterdam. They're very aggressive.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're clear from the bike path. But yeah, if you guys want recommendations, just let me know. But yeah, I mean, those are the main questions I had for you guys. So I always like to ask if there's like any final words that you like to leave like the fans or the listeners with.
Honestly, just that we're like so appreciative that we have gotten these opportunities just because of our listeners and our fans. Like it still surprises me whenever Jess tells me like how many people are listening to us or when we're off in the stage and we hear people singing our lyrics. Like I almost mess up on stage a couple of times just because like it just shocks me so much. But I'm like super appreciative of them and like we love and like cherish every single person that listens to our music and like resonates with it somehow. So yeah, I'm just excited to like continue on creating new music and connecting with more people.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I think I'm just thankful like how far we've gotten, and I don't know. Yeah, it does shock me that people like us that much. At one point, remember that guy who showed up with the guitar? That
Oh yeah, for us to sign it.
he had my same guitar, and he showed up to the show and like had us autograph it. Yeah, and I was like, whoa, that's weird.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
But no, but we're super thankful. I know like sometimes I think as an artist you can develop an ego and then you can mistreat others, which is something that I've seen personally, and I don't want to be that way. I'm only here and I only have these opportunities because of the people who come to the shows. Like we owe them everything.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, yeah, that was all the questions I had for you guys. The best of luck. I'm super excited to hear about your shows. And I'm sure everything will be great.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.